Now on 4 News Now at 6, a Spokane Valley man's wife and 3 kids hospitalized after being hit by a car. We have an update on their conditions and his message to the neighbors who helped save his family.
The thunderstorms that dumped heavy rain over parts of the inland Northwest this afternoon are dying down. I'll let you know if we have any more wet weather in the first alert forecast.
And increased security at one Coeur d'Alene High School. What we know about the threat made against Lake City High. You're watching 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
A Spokane Valley family is still in the hospital tonight after they were hit by a car while crossing the road last night. WSP says Amanda Hendricks and her 3 boys were hurt in this crash. Amanda, her youngest son, and oldest son are all expected to make a recovery, but 2.5-year-old Thor is still in critical condition and fighting for his life tonight. The Hendricks were crossing the street and were hit by a car. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. The driver is a 16-year-old, and they're not facing any charges right now. According to Washington State Patrol, it happened at the intersection of Highway 27 and East 24th Avenue. 4 News Now's Natalie Grant spoke to the family as well as the people who were first on scene last night. And Natalie, what did they tell you?
Well, Kirsten, Aaron, I'm outside here of Sacred Heart Hospital in Spokane, where that 2.5-year-old is still in critical condition tonight. His father, Joshua, telling me there's a lot of swelling in his brain after he was thrown from his stroller in the crash last night. The boy's name is Thor, which is fitting because right now he's in need of some superhero strength. When Joshua Hendricks got the news his family had been involved in a crash, he was almost 300 miles away in Seattle for work.
I gotta get home. Yeah, I gotta get home. And that just was the only thing that kept going in my mind was, gotta get home. God let him still be alive when I get there.
He jumped on the last plane to Spokane and raced to the hospital, praying for his son the whole way.
No one could ever prepare you for a phone call like that.
Right now, Thor is sedated as doctors wait for the swelling in his brain to go down.
From his neck down, everything's okay, considering he got thrown from the stroller at like 25 feet.
But without the quick response from neighbors, the outcome could have been much more grim. Miranda Henry and her family live right next to the crash scene. Her and her dad raced to help, and when Miranda and another woman reached Thor, he wasn't breathing.
Initially, when I got to the little boy, I just pictured my own kid. But then, a little bit into it, I just kept thinking of the mom.
They were eventually able to find a pulse when paramedics arrived, and doctors say that heroic effort may have saved his life. Now it's a waiting game, but the Hendricks are thankful for the help of strangers.
To whoever she is, thank you.
Miranda and Joshua tell me that the intersection is an area that families and children cross daily to get to those schools and parks. The city of Spokane Valley says that they were contacted by neighbors today about the possibility of putting up crosswalks or of some sort in that area. They said they're working with WashDOT and State Patrol to figure out the next steps and if one is needed in that area. Joshua also wants to remind people to pay attention and slow down when they're driving. Reporting in Spokane tonight, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Natalie, thank you. And we're taking a live look over a soaked downtown Spokane after heavy rain moved through the area. We saw a few lightning strikes in our area and some other areas even getting a little bit of hail.
Thankfully, those storms have started to calm a little. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker in the First Alert Weather Center to see what other wet weather we have on the way.
Well, we may have a repeat performance over the mountains of this afternoon's thunderstorms and really a chance of mainly mountain thunderstorms every day in the forecast. But right now, we are watching the very last of some showers and isolated thunderstorms tapering off around the region. Right in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, we are dry other than just a few sprinkles or a little bit of virga. You may see some showers on the horizon where the precipitation is not reaching the ground. We have had some lightning strikes in the last 30 minutes just to the southeast of the Medellin Falls area, and these storms are moving counterclockwise, so could be impacting Ione here in the next 30 minutes or so. Here's a look at our forecast radar starting off at the current time, and you'll notice that area of low pressure is moving to the north, and so is the shower and thunderstorm activity as it tapers off tonight. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with sunny skies across the region. We will see some afternoon clouds as we get that instability of the afternoon cooking once again. Showers and thunderstorms possible in the higher terrain. A high temperature of 74, 69 is our average high, and it gets even warmer from there. I'll be back with your 7-day outlook, including the Memorial Day weekend forecast in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Thank you, Chris. The father of a man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students is supposed to testify before an investigative grand jury tomorrow in Pennsylvania. According to CNN, Brian Kohberger's mother has already testified. Their testimonies could be shared with Idaho prosecutors. Pennsylvania law allows judges to release transcripts of witness testimonies with other investigative agencies following hearings. Right now, we don't know what the grand jury in Pennsylvania is investigating. Grand jury proceedings are not generally released to the public, and they are also sealed.
Coeur d'Alene schools and police are investigating a threat made toward Lake City High School. The district says a screenshot was shared on Snapchat by a student threatening to shoot up the school. And out of an abundance of caution, more officers were patrolling around the high school today. This is an ongoing investigation, and the district says it will provide more information if it becomes available.
A body found near Mabton in Yakima County has been identified as 17-year-old Samantha Kalinchuk from Spokane. The county coroner ruled the manner of death was homicide, and she died of a gunshot wound to the head. Investigators don't know why Kalinchuk was in Yakima County. No arrests have been made. Anyone with information in this case is urged to contact the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. A rise in suicidal thoughts in teen girls, income equality, and access to medical care. Those are just some of the issues facing women and girls in our area. That's according to a new report from the Women Helping Women Fund.
We recently devoted a half hour of our news highlighting some of those issues, including the rising cost of childcare. And according to one nonprofit that helps both families and providers, those high rates and long wait lists are caused by staffing issues.
Bottom line is our child care educators rank in the 3rd percentile of all occupational wages. They rank below pet groomers and parking lot attendants. So we literally pay people in this state more money to care for our pets and cars than for our young children.
To see what the organization says needs to change to help address this crisis and the rest of our special, download the KXLY Plus app and click on the State of Women and Girls tab.
Well, buying a home in the inland Northwest can be a challenge. Plus, many people's credit scores may not be in the best shape after the pandemic. Along with that, inventory's down. The Federal Reserve hiked interest rates for the 10th consecutive time in March, and the price of homes has soared in the last 4 years. Plus, it may feel like banks are not on your side.
They basically look at you like a bet in Vegas, you know, are you a good bet or a bad bet?
It may feel like the deck is stacked against you, but it's a game you can win with the right tools. Tomorrow on 4 News Now at 6:30, we'll show you 4 simple steps that can get you home buying ready and save money on your loan.
Still ahead, some lawmakers on Capitol Hill are trying to block the president's student loan forgiveness program. What that could mean for you and what the president says he'll do if the bill makes it out of Congress. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Four News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Save your greed!
Parenting can be hard under the best of circumstances. Vanessa Behan is on a mission to surround children with a safe, healthy community.
Any family can find themselves in need of a supportive place during a stressful time. We are here for them in that moment and beyond.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Vanessa Behan as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Get the biggest savings of the year on all of your top name brand stereo gear and give your vehicle better sound for summer during the amazing spring savings event at Snow's Auto.
No one beats our prices or service. I guarantee it.
You filming?
Yep.
Try rolling your wrist, dude.
You gotta focus on balance.
You should switch to sledding. I'm gonna block him. Good idea.
Don't forget stick work. Hustle's paying off.
Don't miss the Northwest Spa Sale in Spokane. Save up to 50% off hundreds of hot tubs and swim spas. Easy, low-rate financing. The Northwest Spa Sale at Spokane's Northtown Mall ends Memorial Day. NWSpaSale.com. NWSpaSale.com.
Want to get away? This month, when you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, you'll receive free airfare to wherever you'd like to go.
It's the Great May Getaway at Dishman. Plus, we are loaded with some of the best used inventory we've had in years.
When you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman in May, you'll receive free airfare to a destination of your choice.
It's the perfect time to get into a new Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, or Jeep during the Great May Getaway at Dishman.
Of course I know the theme song.
Entertainment Tonight. That's what people want.
It's hard to think of Entertainment Tonight without
Oh, I know it.
I mean, come on. Since I was a little kid.
This is Entertainment Tonight. This is the Bible of show business.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
New at 6 o'clock, some lawmakers on Capitol Hill are pushing a bill to block President Biden's student loan relief program.
The program is already being reviewed by the Supreme Court. We expect that decision in just a few weeks from now. CNN's Karen Caifa explains what this could mean for you.
Republicans again taking aim at President Joe Biden's plan to forgive billions of dollars of federal student loan debt.
The Department of Education has vastly overstepped its authority.
No debt has been canceled yet under Biden's proposal to offer forgiveness of up to $20,000 for about 40 million low and middle income borrowers.
Nearly 90% of eligible borrowers live in households earning less than $75,000 a year.
The plan is also under consideration by the U.S. Supreme Court, who heard 2 challenges arguing overreach by the Biden administration. Their ruling is expected as soon as next month. But for those who haven't made a federal loan payment during a 3-year pandemic pause, Mark Kantrowitz, who has written multiple books on the student financial aid process, says to pay attention and get plans in order.
Borrowers may get forgiveness or they may not get forgiveness. They should plan for the restart of repayment regardless.
The Biden administration says payments will resume soon, the exact date pending the Supreme Court ruling. And current borrowers could also feel the fallout of a potential U.S. default on its debt if a deal to raise the debt ceiling isn't reached.
A default would prevent the federal government from spending money on federal student aid like the Pell Grants and issuing new loans.
A prolonged default potentially delaying federal loan disbursement for the fall semester. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Temperatures today got into the 70s in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. It was even 70 in Sandpoint and Bonners Ferry, right around the Spokane area. A few spots staying in the 60s. We will not be in the 60s for long. A warming trend in the forecast. I'll let you know what to expect after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
If you've been looking for a new vehicle in the current market, you may be hearing things like extra charges, added accessories, or second sticker.
Not at Coeur d'Alene Honda. We make it easy.
We'll keep you posted till your new Honda arrives, give you a fair value for your trade, and give you a lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Well, that was easy. Come meet the team and purchase your next vehicle at Coeur d'Alene Honda.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Call today for our available inventory and check out our website at cdahonda.com.
Congratulations to Rathdrum, Idaho, Stubmeyer Park, and it's Holt Field that's going to be rebuilt with the Diamonds and Dreams. The field needs a lot of work, and we're here to help. Diamonds and Dreams with the 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist, standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 cash allowance. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
You know, at first I was shocked when I won this Porsche Macan from Northern Quest, but then I realized someone had to win. Why not me? Life is crazy. Heck, it's gotten to the point where nothing surprises me. Hey, beer me.
You could win a brand new Porsche Macan, only in Northern Quest.
Tina Turner, the unstoppable and irreplaceable superstar, has died at the age of 83. The singer of hits like What's Love Got to Do with It and Proud Mary has won 12 Grammys, the Kennedy Center Award, and has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. For her millions of fans spanning across 6 decades of her music career, they are going to miss her. And, of course, her fun character on interviews and on TV, and her voice like no other. To honor Tina Turner, our sister station, MeTV, will air a special episode of the Best of the Ed Sullivan Show where she was featured. You can catch it this Sunday at 10 p.m. on Channel 4.2.
We've watched a few areas of shower activity popping up again this evening just south of the Bayview area. These showers and thunderstorms, actually, we have not seen any cloud-to-ground lightning out of these cells, but they are moving to the west, rotating counterclockwise around an area of low pressure, keeping an eye on those. Otherwise, tonight, the activity is tapering off. Will be partly cloudy overnight with lows in the 40s. A high of 74 tomorrow with partly to mostly sunny skies. Will be mostly sunny the first part of the day. Then those clouds will start popping up as we get into the afternoon. I think most of the shower activity will be staying over the higher terrain, but anytime we have them close around the region, they can always work their way down into the valleys, as they did very notably this afternoon. Here's a look at our forecast. Area of low pressure. We're bringing up some moisture, again, rotating counterclockwise around the region. And here we are at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, seeing those showers popping up again. They will continue through tomorrow evening before they taper off, but we are going to see this play out each afternoon and evening, at least through Sunday, and then we may dry out a little more meaningfully in the long-range forecast. Here's our forecast radar, starting off at the current time, showing the last of those showers coming to an end across the region, unless we're up in the extreme northeastern part of Washington, still within the grasp of that area of low pressure. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with the vast majority of the region under sunny skies. In the heat of the afternoon, here comes the next round of showers and thunderstorms Thursday, wanting to put the focus tomorrow along the east slopes of the northern Cascades and into central Washington, but fairly quiet over northeastern Washington and North Idaho. Overnight lows tonight will be dropping down into the 40s. A very tranquil start to the day on Thursday with mostly sunny skies. Beautiful morning to have your coffee on the deck. Thursday's highs about 5 degrees above average. Will be in the mid-70s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, as well as Pullman and Ritzville. A few 80s on the map, and there'll be more as we get into the weekend. Actually, Thursday we're up to 79. I'm putting a 10% chance of showers on Thursday and Friday. Friday because we will have some showers in the area, and we don't want to take you by surprise if one does pop up where you live. Saturday, a little bit better chance that we'll see some showers and thunderstorms, and then we dry out for Memorial Day and into next week. Also warm up with temperatures in the 80s, temperatures above average through the entire 7-day forecast. Aaron.
Thank you, Chris. With record heat in the last week, and like Chris said, temps well above average, our snowpack is melting fast.
But is that a sign of a difficult fire season ahead? New at 6, meteorologist Matt Gray spent the day getting some answers about our fire threat.
Thank you, Kirsten. Last week, I posted online how the inland Northwest had, well, the lowest remaining snowpack left in the western United States. I'd say it got a little bit of a reaction. Most of the responses went something like this. It's going to be a bad fire season. But is that really the case? Does an early melting snowpack match up with more active fire seasons in the months that follow? Well, it turns out there is some sort of relationship here. This chart showing the last 10 years, comparing the number of acres burned in Washington and Idaho to the date that our local snowpack fully melted that year. So the white line you see on your screen will show that trend in the data. When the snowpack hangs around longer, more often than not, less gets burned in the summertime. If the pack is gone in mid-June, well, you see on your screen, things seem to get a little bit fiery around here. Late June, bit of a toss-up, and if the pack lasts to mid-July or later, it's usually fairly quiet. But let's take away this trend line, and you see a big cluster around what would be an average melt-off, late June, early July. So this may not be quite as useful as it first appears. Now, I wanted to see if there was like a little bit better than snowpack to give us a peek ahead to fire season. I made more graphs, I took more time, plugged in some more numbers. Up until now, and I've said this before on air, looking at spring rain, but this really surprised me. There's, at least over the last 10 years, basically no relationship between spring rain and, well, how bad our fire season ended up getting. Turns out it may not be spring rain at all. It might be summer rain that has that strong relationship to fire seasons of the recent past. Now, over half of spring rain usually comes in June. Now, the truth is the snowpack and spring conditions, yeah, they're a cause for concern, but ultimately it is the rain over the coming few weeks, Memorial Day to the 4th of July, that are going to paint the picture for us of how fire season is likely to go.
Thank you, Matt, answering lots of questions there. Well, still ahead, the governor of Florida has officially announced he is running for president. Why this announcement did not come as a surprise. Plus,
a boulder in Lincoln Park has one South Hill man worried. Coming up, we'll show you why and what the city says it's doing to address the problem.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Hit the ground running in the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet. Like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport, or the Ridgeline, made more rugged with better off-road performance, and more capable with different driving modes available to conquer snow, mud, and sand. Adventure on in the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
This week on GMA, we're popping up somewhere in America. 3 mornings, 3 different cities, surprising 3 small businesses with a pay-it-forward boost to kick off their summer. Where will we go?
This is so good.
Good Morning America's Up in Your Business. GMA 7A this week.
It's the biggest used vehicle sale to hit the Spokane area in years. This week at the Spokane Valley Mall. As multiple dealers and over 400 top-quality used trucks, sports cars, and low-mileage SUVs are marked down and priced to sell fast. With top dollar offered for all trade-ins and over $2 million brought in to loan out. Plus, you can even roll some dice for a chance to win $5,000. It's the biggest used vehicle sale in town this week at the Spokane Valley Mall.
The main event open house is on now at R&R RV Center in Liberty Lake. See the top-selling motorhomes, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers from the nation's top brands. Tour our service center, stock up in the parts department, and enjoy free barbecue on Saturday. Every RV open and marked with a low sale price. Bring your tray and check your mailbox. You may have won a new RV. The main event open house on now at R&R RV Center, I-90 exit 296, Liberty Lake.
It's time to beef up your ride and get dialed in for summer during the amazing spring savings event this week at Snows Auto. Get your window tints now before the summer rush hits from the pros at Snows Auto.
Don't miss the Northwest Spa Sale in Spokane. Save up to 50% off hundreds of hot tubs and swim spas. Easy, low-rate financing. The Northwest Spa Sale at Spokane's Northtown Mall ends Memorial Day. NWSpaSale.com. NWSpaSale.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Floor Trader Outlet.
Well, this boulder in Lincoln Park on Spokane South Hill is drawing some safety concerns. A viewer actually contacted our newsroom about what he called a hazard at Lincoln Park.
He's afraid it's just a matter of time before that boulder rolls down the hill. But the concerns and what the city did to address it.
Surrounded by nature in Lincoln Park, but this boulder right behind me has one man worried it could roll off the cliff if nothing is done.
It's been crumbling for a while, looks like. They should probably come fix it.
While on a walk in Lincoln Park last month, Ross noticed something appeared to be off with this boulder.
It's on an incline that part of it is already over the edge. It is still loosely attached, but it will fall very soon. It's just a matter of time.
He even heard from a friend that it's been falling apart for years. He made a call to the Parks and Rec Department as he's concerned it's a safety hazard with houses and a playground below.
Come up here and feed the turkeys, and I found that boulder, and I was like, that's an emergency that needs to be taken care of.
While it may look like it's teetering off the edge, the Parks Department says there is nothing wrong with it. The department assessed the rock in early May. They issued us this statement saying in part, quote, "During our time of ownership of this parkland, we have observed no changes to the rock that would suggest it is necessary to remove it. There are many naturally occurring features within our 4,000 acres of park and open space land, and we understand how important it is to preserve these areas as they are. Just a piece of nature showing its features." Reporting on the South Hill, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
The upcoming Memorial Day weekend offers the opportunity to save big on some items, but some discounts are being hampered by retailers struggling with returns.
I think we've all been conditioned to just be able to buy as much as we want online, knowing that if it doesn't work out, we can just return it pretty liberally. That's kind of coming to an end.
According to returns consulting company Narvar, return rates in 2022 were about 14% higher than 2019, eating into retail profits. And for every return of items worth $100, it costs the company roughly $26, and that cost is being passed on to consumers in higher prices and stricter return policies. Now, Amazon is warning shoppers of items with higher return rates.
New at 6 o'clock, the FTC is launching an investigation into what caused the recent baby formula shortage and why it took so long for regulators to respond. The commission says it's looking into potential price gouging, fraud, or other deceptive practices. Estimates show about 20% of baby formula products were missing from shelves last July following a producer's recall. And market research firm IRI reports about a third of families with infants younger than 1 still had trouble getting formula all the way until February.
Hungry bears are waking up from hibernation and looking for something to eat. Coming up at 6:30, tips to keep you safe when you encounter them in your neighborhood or while hiking.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of, I donated this vehicle, and that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327 877-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Call Russell & Hill, attorneys at law, where real people with real injuries get real results. 24/7, nights and weekends. Free consultations. And there's never a fee unless we win. Choose two. Choose Russell & Hill.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team at Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
There are a lot of ways to deal with a stubborn drain. Call us at Mainstream Plumbing. Our high-definition LED camera can go where no plumber's gone before, deep inside your sewer lines to find the root of the problem. Call 866-411-ZAP.
Want to get away? This month, when you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, you'll receive free airfare to a destination of your choice, making it the perfect time to get a new vehicle this week at Dishman.
Your life revolves around your home, family, and backyard. It's your world. Shape your world with the Plant Farm. They'll help you select the healthiest plants, flowers, shrubs, and trees for your backyard. Enhance your patios and front entrance with the stunning Plant Farm signature hanging baskets. And shape your world indoors with the largest selection of unique specialty houseplants. Shape your world with the Plant Farm, because life is better in the garden.
The terrifying new crime.
The life of your husband is in danger right now. You gonna help him or no?
Next, Inside Edition, virtual kidnapping. She thought kidnappers had taken her sister.
He said he was gonna shoot your sister in the head. Those were his exact words.
Inside Edition investigates. Then, as Ron DeSantis announces his bid for president, young Ron DeSantis at the Little League World Series. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
There's a bear up there.
There's a bear.
There's a bear.
Over here.
Hey!
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 Well, a bear encounter for sure, captured on a hiker's camera. The bears are coming out of hibernation looking for something to eat.
That's right. Fish and Wildlife agents are warning everyone tonight to be careful when you're out camping or hiking. 4 News Now's Peter Choi has some safety tips to remember if you meet a bear by surprise.
In a quiet neighborhood in North Spokane, an unexpected visit was captured on one neighbor's camera. A wildlife photographer, Christy Haynes, lives in this neighborhood. She's used to seeing bears in the woods, but not in where she lives.
In the 22 years that I've lived here, I've never seen a bear in our neighborhood.
Now the question is, what should we do when we see a bear in the neighborhood or while hiking? Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife says the first thing you need to do is don't run away from the bear and remain still.
Just this time of year when they start to come out and we get a lot of calls.
The communications manager from the Fish and Wildlife Department suggests you make loud noises to scare the bear away.
Hey! Hey! He is to not let them know that you're intimidated, make eye contact, look bigger than you are. You can step up on a rock, you can put your arms above your head and yell.
She says bear spray is an effective safety tool for bears and other wild animals. And you don't want to feed hungry bears in your neighborhood.
We ask people to put away bird feeders for a while. If you do feed animals outside, bring in your pet bowls afterwards.
Keep trash cans inside the garage at night. Fish and Wildlife says they're available to guide you to reduce conflicts with wild animals. The public is asked to contact wildlife conflict specialists for help. In Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
A live look from our Skycam here at 500 West Boone Avenue. Things have dried out and quieted down quite a bit after a noisy afternoon of thunderstorms and heavy rain. Take a look at the satellite and radar, and we can see that we still have some very isolated shower and thunderstorm activity, mainly in northeast Washington and north Idaho. We'll zoom in here and see we've had a few rumbles of thunder near Coolin here in the last half hour at the southern portion of Priest Lake. Also, some wet weather moving into Bayview. Some isolated thunderstorms happening also in the northeast mountains. Meanwhile, our high temperatures today, 70 in Spokane. It was 70 in Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint, and Bonners Ferry. Our highs tomorrow are going to be a little bit warmer, mid-70s around the region. Otherwise, it's going to be a day very much like today with bright blue skies to start, some pretty puffy altocumulus clouds in the afternoon. There will be a few mountain showers and thunderstorms, and always the potential that one could slip down into the valleys like they did today, but the odds are against it. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast. Plus, I've got some adorable Wildlife Wednesday photos focusing on the babies in just a few minutes. Aaron?
That's always a favorite. Thank you, Chris. New at 6:30 tonight, the Spokane School Board is discussing its plan to use bonds to help pay to replace 4 elementary schools and remodel 4 others. The district wants to replace Adams, Balboa, Madison, and Indian Trail elementary schools. If the final bond proposal stays at $200 million or less, Spokane's taxes won't go up. Anything north of $200 million would kick in higher property taxes.
Let's take a bird's eye view of some of the work being done by Mark Peterson and the Extreme team to upgrade Chuck Holt Memorial Baseball Field in Rathdrum.
Well, they're focusing on putting the finishing touches to get ready for tomorrow's big reveal. Let's send it over to Mark to see what still's left.
It's important that we have good equipment, and of course, this is one of the many pieces of equipment here. This is a Kubota that is owned by the city of Rathdrum. Now, here's some of the other tractors we've been using. Well, we've got the field conditioner, and that's been used in order to work all these fields at Spokane Park and Recs. Of course, we also have the big dogs. We got them from Cat Rents, and those excavators and that hammer were used to get rid of the basketball court. And still on the dirt, that is from FMI and ASV. That is being used on grass because it doesn't rip the grass up.
He volunteered for everything. I don't think he got paid a dime for doing any of this work here. He was always reliable. He loved the work. He was just a fabulous person.
So what was brought up from a landfill and becomes a park became so much more. And now we're adding to it. And what we've done is put new backstops on the Chuck Holt Memorial Field. Mandir Construction did a beautiful job. All pressure-treated lumber. We've had people working around the area getting it all painted. We've had not only the paint, but now we're getting the concession stand rebuilt and beautified.
We are going to be sanding, we're going to be painting, and we'll help wherever we need to.
And of course, the volunteers that built this park, well, we've got our own set of volunteers, and they love it. So much going on and adding to, but now we've also subtracted. We're taking away the horseshoe pits. They haven't been used. They're, again, breaking up. They're not working. So we're taking those out, but the original horseshoe pit will remain. So there will be a place to do that. Thursday, again, the big reveal. It's a community party. Everyone's welcome.
Bury that one.
I mean, they're setting the bases. We're getting prepped, and it will be ready.
Every local dealer gets to give out $5,000 to $10,000 worth of baseball equipment donated by Chevy. And so it's baseball equipment bags and balls and tee stands and bases and you name it, we get it for them.
Of course, Team Knutson is here, along with, again, everybody with your Diamonds and Dreams Hometown Chevy. In fact, they're on the side of the truck, along with Horizon Credit Union. This is a billboard that says, "We're here to help." It's been a great project, but we still have one more day left, and believe it or not, we still have a lot to do. In Rathdrum, for Diamonds and Dreams and the 4 News Now Extreme team, I'm Mark Peterson.
Taking it down to the wire? That's not like them. Never.
The big reveal will be exciting.
New at 6:30. The 42nd annual Pig Out in the Park returns to Riverfront Park on August 30th and lasts through September 4th. Along with dozens of food vendors, this year there'll be more than 100 performances across 4 stages. Also, each day from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., all Pig Out booths will offer special $6 bite menus on their items on their menus. Yeah, that's it. For a list of some of the musical guests at this year's festival, look for this story on KXLY.com. Around the nation tonight, lawmakers on Capitol Hill only have about 7 days left to reach a deal to avoid the U.S. defaulting on its debt.
Today, the Speaker of the House says we are seeing progress, but the two sides are still very far apart.
Cap on the spending is a Democrat idea. The work requirement was a Democrat idea. I can't help it if the Democrats have become so extreme.
The White House has offered to freeze spending while Republicans are demanding deep cuts. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is warning the deadline for a government default is June 1st. If that happens, we could be facing a global economic catastrophe.
Default would have catastrophic impacts in every single part of this country, whether you're in a red state or in a blue state. It doesn't matter.
The Treasury Secretary was hesitant to talk about a day after scenario following a U.S. default, instead saying the Treasury will be ready to prioritize some bills over others.
Around the world tonight, the CDC is keeping an eye on reports of a new wave of COVID cases in China. A State Department spokesman said U.S. officials are committed to working with China on, quote, global health matters and maintaining open lines of communication. The department is also discussing the reported wave with allies and partners. The State Department has not issued any travel restrictions yet.
One of the top basketball players in the country could be coming to Gonzaga next season. We have the latest on the move that could make the Bulldogs title contenders.
Before we go to break, we are teaming up with STCU to celebrate the class of 2023. Meet Haley Judkins from Ephrata High School. Her family tells us Haley played volleyball and cheered all 4 years of school. They also left her a message saying that they love her and that she can accomplish anything she sets her mind to. You can celebrate your graduating senior by submitting a photo of them on KXLY.com. It enters you for a chance to win a $50 gift card and be featured here on 4 News Now.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Foothills Mazda. The Floor Trader Outlet's Memorial Day blowout sale going on now. Click Together waterproof flooring starting at just 99 cents. Carpet starting at only 69 cents. The Floor Traders blowout sale.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
The Jeopardy Masters finals are here.
Come at the champ, you best not miss.
Bring it. Now comes the ultimate test. That's what Jeopardy Masters play looks like.
Jeopardy Masters primetime finale event tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
I'm Mark Peterson with important information from AARP and BECU. Every year, over 800,000 Washingtonians perform a huge labor of love, caring for elderly parents, spouses, and other loved ones, allowing them to remain at home where they want to be. Whether it be providing transportation, managing medications, or just helping with everyday activities, caregivers play a very important role in the well-being of loved ones. AARP and BECU are here to help with a new campaign, Caring for Caregivers. For tips, tools, and resources, visit this website.
For over 65 years, McVeigh Brothers has been on the cutting edge of the newest technologically advanced products sold. We're now offering triple pane windows, custom colored windows of your choice, and amazing mini blinds between the glass that will last a lifetime.
They say there's nothing quite like the open road. I say there's nothing quite like the open road when you're driving a new Toyota from Findlay. But did you know? Findlay Downtown Toyota is a great place to buy a certified pre-owned vehicle. Plus, every used vehicle sold comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. So you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Did somebody turn off the lights?
Don't forget your seatbelt.
This car won't start until you buckle up.
Seatbelt, Grandma. 1, 2, there you go.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
However you say it, it's perfect. Together, we get there.
The Floor Trader Outlet's Memorial Day blowout sale going on now. Laminate starting at just 85 cents. And tile starts at only 29 cents. The Floor Traders blowout sale.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
It is spring, so I've got some baby photos to share with you in tonight's Wildlife Wednesday. Starting off with this shot of a bald eagle and her offspring. Kathy Bolam spotted these beautiful birds in North Idaho. She says the male bald eagle had recently flown over, dropping some fish into the nest, which the mother and one of the eaglets enjoyed. Then he's off to find more. Some adorable coyote pups from Nora Jen. There was one other. They're tough to get all 4 of them looking at the camera at the same time. I'm actually kind of amazed. She captured this image. I can't get my dog to look at the camera for a second. Cute picture, Nora. Okay, so these are coyote pups. And these are red fox kits that Shannon Verity spotted playing around near Tico. Gosh, adorable. I love their dark paws. They're so pretty. And finally from Susie Corpay, Canada Goose Gosling. They are growing fast. She spotted this darling at Hauser Lake. Mama was nearby, by the way, but this little darling stole the show. Let's move ahead now and take a look at our forecast radar. I'm going to go out 48 hours and to show you how each afternoon these hit and miss, short-lived showers and thunderstorms pop up. We have a few still in progress tonight. Those will come to an end for the most part as an area of low pressure starts moving to the north. Still a shower or two possible along the Canadian border. Then we get into Thursday afternoon and evening and start to see some more showers and thunderstorms developing along the east slopes of the Cascades and in western Montana. Those come to an end and we start off Friday with quiet conditions, get into the afternoon, and here they come again. Difficult to pinpoint these storms because of their nature. They are pulse storms. They develop primarily over the higher terrain, but as we saw today, occasionally they do make their way down into the valleys. Our temperatures are going to continue to climb. We are going to be above average tomorrow in the mid-70s and then stay right around 80 degrees through the Memorial Day weekend before we start warming up even more into the mid-80s by the middle of next week. And indications are we're going to keep that trend going in the 8 to 14-day forecast as well. Here's a look at your planning forecast. We have at least a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm in Spokane over the next 4 days. A better chance over the higher terrain. Odds increase just a bit on Saturday, and then we clear out heading into next week. A little more stable atmosphere takes over. 80 and dry on Memorial Day. Should be a fantastic day for whatever you might have planned, and then even warmer weather heading into the middle of next week. Aaron?
Thank you, Chris. Today at 11:32 in Uvalde, Texas, butterflies were released to honor the 19 students and 2 teachers killed at Robb Elementary. Exactly 1 year after the lone gunman entered the school and opened fire.
And as you saw, there have been memorials for the victims. Many of the families are still demanding answers from the city and state officials about exactly what happened that day. CNN's Laura Aguirre has more.
Too many everyday places have become killing fields in communities all across every part of America. And in each place, we hear the same message: do something.
President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden remembering 19 children and 2 teachers killed by a gunman at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas 1 year ago, but also calling for action.
We still need to ban, in my view, AR-15 firearms, assault weapons. We need to ban high-capacity magazines.
Beautiful but sobering church bells, tolling for each life lost. One of many symbols of remembrance in Uvalde Wednesday. Survivors, families, loved ones, and community members gathered to find comfort, peace, and unity. Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered the state's flags flown at half-staff. Despite an outpouring of support, many of the victims' families still struggle with the unknown. Questions and anger linger about the widely criticized 77-minute police response that day.
People refuse to accept the facts. They refuse to acknowledge their incompetence, basically. And that information will eventually come out.
While answers remain elusive for many of the families, their Uvalde strong bond is clear.
That's one good thing. I mean, we all love each other and we're there for each other. We stand with each other.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Claim your keys or cash this Saturday. Tuila Casino is now Mr. Casino Hotel. This Saturday, you could win this 2023 Chevrolet Trailblazer or $25,000 cash. All this week, play your favorite games with your Sun Club card to earn entries to win. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. Prize drawings begin this Saturday starting at 5 p.m. with cash winners drawn every 30 minutes with a grand prize drawing at 9 p.m.
The Memorial Day savings are on now, this week at Walker's Furniture, with big holiday discounts on all your favorite brands, where you can save more and get more for your home, or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no minimum purchase and no down payment required.
Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets all on sale.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
The main event open house is on now at R&R RV Center in North Spokane. See the top-selling motorhomes, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers from the nation's top brands. Tour our service center, stock up in the parts department, and enjoy free barbecue on Saturday. Every RV open and marked with a low sale price. Bring your tray and check your mailbox. You may have won a new RV. The main event open house on now at R&R RV Center, 525 East Francis, North Spokane.
Life, it doesn't stand still, and neither do you. And wherever you go, we're with you. We're Global Credit Union, formerly Alaska USA, for 75 years, enriching the lives of members and guiding them on their financial journeys, giving them the confidence to not just follow their dreams, but to chase them. The future? We're on it. Let's get there together. Global Credit Union. On we go.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
Well, one of the best basketball players in the country is looking for a new home, and it could be Gonzaga. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesome. Gonzaga is reportedly one of the schools in the mix to land North Carolina transfer Caleb Love. Love became one of the most sought-after players in the transfer portal after decommitting from Michigan a few weeks ago. According to 24/7 Sports, Love is also looking at Alabama, Arizona, Indiana, Louisville, Texas, and UConn, but is strongly considering Gonzaga. Now, Love started in 96 games over the last 3 seasons at North Carolina and leading the Tar Heels to the national championship game in 2022. Love averaged 16 points a game as a junior for the Tar Heels last season. And this is what Love would add to Gonzaga. The Bulldogs have already made a splash in the transfer portal by adding Creighton's Ryan Nembhard, Wyoming's Graham Ike, and Eastern Washington's Steele Venters. Love would also be another key addition to Gonzaga, especially if WCC Sixth Man of the Year Malachi Smith decides to keep his name in the NBA draft. Smith has until May 31st to withdraw his name from the draft. And Gonzaga baseball was not an NCAA tournament team heading into today, but winning the WCC tournament would give the Bulldogs an automatic bid to the postseason. The Bulldogs would open against Santa Clara. Gonzaga was swept by Santa Clara to end the regular season, so they were looking for some payback. We start in the 4th inning. Coleman Brigman crushes this one off Gonzaga pitcher Owen Wild as the Broncos, they love it in the dugout as Gonzaga falls behind 2-0. And we go to the 7th now. Ben Steck at the plate for Santa Clara, and Steck is going to hit this one where no ballpark can contain it. It was crushed way over the wall in dead center field. Gonzaga trails 3-0 after this home run by Steck. But the Bulldogs, they didn't quit in this game. Next inning, Sam Stem at the plate for Gonzaga, and he brings home a run. Gonzaga would cut it to a 1-run ball game after this inning. So we go to the bottom half of the 8th. Santa Clara with a runner on second base. It's Brigman again. He was giving the Bulldogs all sorts of trouble, and he gives the Broncos some insurance runs right there. So we go to the 9th now. Gonzaga trailing by 2. It's their last chance. Connor Cabales at the plate for the Bulldogs, and that
would do it. Gonzaga, their season comes to an end in the first round of the WCC tournament. Gonzaga had their chances. They left 8 runners on base in this game. The Bulldogs end the season with 18 wins and 34 losses. And that'll wrap us up for sports.
Julian, thank you.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has officially announced he is running for president.
His announcement comes just a few days after South Carolina Senator Tim Scott launched his campaign. ABC's Alex Prescia is in Miami with more.
Success is attainable. Tonight, the official announcement that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is running for president in 2024, making him the strongest challenger to former President Donald Trump. I'm Ron DeSantis, and I'm running for president. DeSantis making the announcement in a video ahead of an audio-only discussion on Twitter with Elon Musk, moderated by tech entrepreneur David Sachs.
American decline is not inevitable. It is a choice, and we should choose a new direction.
ABC News learning DeSantis filed with the Federal Election Commission this afternoon. DeSantis has already made several campaign-like appearances in key states, including Iowa.
What are you talking about? Thank you. You got this, bro. We've had a great day. I mean, it's been great. There's been great folks all around, and we're excited to be in Iowa.
Our cameras were rolling as he posed for photos and shook hands with voters at a barbecue joint in Des Moines, trying the kind of in-person politics he's not known for. But while he will be Trump's biggest challenger, a recent ABC News Washington Post survey found that among the best-known candidates, Trump still has more than double the support among Republicans and GOP-leaning independents.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
Trump's endorsement was once a huge asset to DeSantis during his governor's race. Now he's trying to gain ground on the former president and presidential candidate without alienating Trump supporters. Trump has repeatedly targeted DeSantis. The Trump team writing about tonight, announcing on Twitter it's perfect for Ron DeSantis. This way, he doesn't have to interact with people and the media can't ask him any questions. Well, things have been fluid, but DeSantis is expected to be here in Miami tomorrow, possibly meeting in person with some of the same donors that are here tonight. Alex Prescia, ABC News, Miami.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Shelley.
At Rosenberger Construction, we build some of the most beautiful custom homes in North Idaho.
Like our spectacular spec home, now for sale at the club at Rock Creek, Coeur d'Alene's newest private golf course filled with stunning natural beauty. Our custom homes are furnished and designed with you in mind.
For our clients looking for that unique, one-of-a-kind piece of furniture, we always recommend Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake.
From great rooms to dining rooms to master suites, Consigned Furniture is sure to turn any house into a home.
At your locally owned Ace Hardware, we've got everything you need to keep your grass green and your gardens blooming all season long. With top brands like Ego and Steel, you'll be able to blow those leaves and trim those weeds like a pro. We've got a wide selection of lawn and garden accessories, and our friendly experts will help you find exactly what you're looking for to keep your lawn and garden in top condition. So come see us at Ace with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
This is Dan. Dan is digging a tunnel. Dan really wants to attend the MLB All-Star Week at T-Mobile Park, so Dan is digging. Too bad no one told Dan about the $5 Hit 5 ticket from Washington's lottery. Each purchase comes with a chance to win one of 14 MLB All-Star Week prize packages. But Dan doesn't know that, so Dan is digging. Good luck, Dan. You might want to hurry. Or go get a $5 Hit 5 ticket from Washington's lottery.
Congratulations to Rathdrum, Idaho, Stubmeyer Park, and its Holt Field that's going to be rebuilt with the Diamonds and Dreams. The field needs a lot of work, and we're here to help. Diamonds and Dreams with the 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
4 News Now is brought to you by Inland Imaging.
Coming up on Nightside, a Spokane family rescued from their burning home reunite with the firefighters who saved them. Plus, tips to avoid taking a major financial hit as the U.S. grapples with the possibility of its first ever debt default.
Goldilocks weather on the way for tomorrow. Not too hot, not too cold, just right at 74. Still a slight chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but for the most part, those showers are going to stay over the northeast mountains and in the mountains of western Montana.
It's kind of fun hearing the rain come down on the top of our building today.
It was not fun in the weather center.
A lot of people got up and ran outside to see it.
Download the 4 News Now app today. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.